the year 2024, and it's such an honor to be here at Nagaland. I have always heard so many good things about this beautiful state, and Rofuzano, who has represented this state, who was there at the competition when I was at the same time. We have some really fond memories together, and I'm sure that the girls this year are going to come very strong, very prepared, and I'm really looking forward to see the competition because I've heard that Nagaland really supports pageantry, and I think that is beautiful. It is not very common to see that, and I'm so glad that it is growing, it is expanding, and it is becoming something that everybody knows now. And Miss Universe is a pageant, is a platform that supports many causes. It is also about tourism, it's also about telling people and making people aware about where we are. And I think that is the most beautiful thing about pageantry. I've experienced so much. The drive was so beautiful. Usually I get car sick, but having seen the beautiful scenery, I was so distracted. I was in complete awe of how beautiful it was. And I've also been told that the coffee here is really good, so I'm also willing to try that. I love that question because I used to be somebody who was extremely introverted and shy, but I think I took that in my stride. I took that as my strength, that I am this vulnerable person, and I used that in order to become as natural and as me as I could. And I think that is what set me apart, and that is what made me even more confident, because I didn't really have anything to hide. I always showed who I was, and I think that's why people like listening. When you're real, when you're raw, that's what gave me the confidence. And I think that's what girls can also take back, that don't have any apprehensions on being open. First of all, I would like to applaud the evolution that has happened, where there's so much more awareness. I think you mentioned the Hornbill Festival that happens, where one of the biggest parts and significant parts of this festival is the pageantry. To make it such an essential part of the society, first of all, that is great. And I am always for evolution and getting better. But for the parts that aren't talked about, the places that pageantry is still a taboo, I would just like to say that pageantry has also evolved. It is not what it used to be, where it's only about the appearance. It is a lot more about what you can do for the society. And I think that's the beauty of it. And first of all, let your girls do what they want to. Apart from pageantry, it can be anything. Everyone has freedom of choice, and I think that is very important in today's day and age. And of course, pageantry is a platform that really elevates and gives the space to speak. It has shaped my life in ways I can't even explain in words. I feel like I've evolved. I started pageantry when I was 15 years old, so that was I was very impressionable at that age. So whatever I saw and whatever I heard became a part of me, and I'm so glad that pageantry was something that I indulged in, because I became really confident in who I was, and that played an instrumental role in my life, in my career as well, because I am going to enter into Bollywood. I've already started working in it, and to be confident is the first thing that you really require, and pageantry really pushed me and made me that confident person. Yeah. Well, please dream big. I mean, that is the best thing you can do for yourself. It starts with a dream, it becomes a vision, and then you have to make it your goal and actually end up doing it. I think what ends up happening is it remains a dream, and it just stays a dream. And I think as a society, we all need to come together and help the girls realize that it doesn't just need to remain there, it doesn't just need to remain something that's in your imagination and your mind. It can become a reality. But I'm just glad that they have the opportunity and the privilege to even dream. That's a start. There are many misconceptions about pageantry. Many people misunderstand what it stands for. What it really is about a platform to speak up about what's going around and how we can better our society to make this place just a little bit of a better place to live. We are just these individuals, but we have a platform where people listen. Again, like I said, impressionable, young generation who listens. And if there is space for us to speak, if we have the platform, then I think that is all we require for people to know, for people to be aware about what is going on. That is what pageantry is. It's not about the outer appearance and beauty and the way somebody looks. Well, every queen has 1 year to reign, and in this few months, almost my reign is about to come to an end. So I can tell you for sure that there are people out there who start to get to know you, they start to relate to you, and it creates a sort of a community where it's a community of positivity, where what can be bettered. And I think every year the queen that comes, she brings something new to the table. So I think what I have to bring, maybe the next queen has something completely different. And that is why every year there is a new person, there is a new story that is told, and that is how pageantry really stands out. To wear this crown of India is to carry a legacy. Every queen so far has had some sort of an advocacy. Like I said, every year there's something that's new brought to the table. And I think that is what pageantry really is about. To have a cause, to bring about change. And the main thing is to have a voice for the voiceless and to make people aware about what is going on. So yes, it is essential, and it always happens every year because whoever the girl is selected on the basis of how she can connect to people. Connecting to people is the most important thing, for sure. Beauty pageants, first of all, I'll speak about myself. It has empowered me as an individual. Not just because I participated in it, also because when I was just a viewer, when I was somebody who was watching and learning, I realized that women have this platform. It is women-oriented, and it is for the women, by the women, and I think that is what makes it really beautiful. And the moment I started participating in it, it changed me in so many ways. It made me confident, it made me powerful because I got a platform. Of course, there are so many things people have to say in their minds, but then you need that microphone, you need that stage, you need people to listen to you. And that is where I think women empowerment really comes in. It is very important to carry on with the legacy. The legacy of the crown is there, but then there's also the legacy that each individual girl who is crowned carry forwards. So I do plan on carrying forward all of what I stand for, because it's beyond the crown. It's not just the crown that talks, it is the individual. That here is of course amplified, but it is very important to continue on. I already think that people from here are doing a great job because there's so much awareness. I was pleasantly surprised, I must say, at the awareness that people have and that has been spread and the government support that has been given. It starts there really, and I think the path that it's on, if it continues on and if it keeps amplifying from here on, then I think it's on its way. Naga people have already got it when it comes to pageantry. Keep going. There will be days where you'll have ups and downs, but you have to keep looking at what your goal is. Forget about everything else and people's opinions, because you have to stand for what you want to stand for. And at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself. So make sure you take the decisions that stand right.